Good night again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody tuning in, whichever part of the world you're viewing from. We are here once again.
Greetings on this holy auspicious Sabbath day of rest. We are so happy that you choose to be with us on Friday Evening Talks as we hit some hard-hitting questions.
Right, before we go any further, we want to just have a short word of prayer and invite Lord's presence here with us. Heads above. Father, we want to thank you for the many blessings of the week. Thank you for having all those individuals who are looking on, that they would have been in good health throughout the week, that they are able to view tonight. I pray, Lord, that some soul might be touched, some heart might be drawn closer to you by the end of this discourse. May your hearts be in tune with you for this evening's proceeding, so that we might be saved in your eternal kingdom when you come again. These are the mercies we ask with thanksgiving in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, my brother.
Right.
So, now we will start it. I had asked a boy how your week was, how your week was.
Well, I start with me, right? So currently, as a person with glasses, I suffer from migraine from time to time, and I'm struggling with one this evening. But by God's grace, hopefully I will make it through the entire program. All right. The week, one of the highlights for the week was I have to give them a shout out tonight, and that is the Mover SDA group.
Yeah.
Right. They had a fantastic thing going last Sabbath evening. They also had an online social after the discussion, so it's something I think we're going to attempt to try.
Yeah, from Friday evening, we're going to bring out the big thing.
The Friday evening to us going to try
that big social
for the COVID season.
For the COVID season.
Yeah, for young viewers. So stay tuned for that. We're going to work on that this week. And the online details will be on the page. Online social. Online social. That was real good. I find that was real good. I applaud me. So we got all the whole group from Mova SDA, everybody who was there with us last Sabbath. That was real good. Keep that up. I'd just like to really thank God for his continuing mercies and him continue to strive with me and try with me. So, I will be able to continue to grow along this Christian pathway.
Yeah. Bronson, I have great news. I have great news for all of you out there who are fanatics, shall I say? Yeah. The mango season is here. I ate a statue today. Yo, mango season here, Bronson. That's my first blessing. That's my first thing for the year. Mango season is here. That was my week.
I eat a mango before I come on.
I did. I started. Watch me. The texture, the consistency, the
mango season is a blessing for real.
That is
when on the go and they need something, a mango is life.
Don't even knock the mango. Right. That is one. Two. A lot of things happened to me this week. I get burned in my hand. A lot of things. But through it all, the spiritual growth this week was amazing. I learned a lot. I studied some more. I really like this week, and taught me a lot of things that, probably I might be able to share tonight. It was a great week. It was a great week. God really put me through the COVID season. Another week, everybody COVID free.
Yeah.
Even Bronson. We are finding if migraine is part of the problem. Or if it's the glasses, you know what I mean. But anyway, we got here through another week. Right. Now this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking on how much pressure does boss pipe?
Now, like I said, most of these topics
that's boss pipe
does come about from conversations we have.
Right.
This was part of our program we initially was supposed to do anyway, but I had a discussion with a young person. Right. And this individual have now come in to know the truth and walking with Christ, etc. And now she's having a problem whereby trying to associate or finding the right friends.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Walking, having the right friends that will help her now to, or him rather, help the individual
Yeah.
to walk along the Christian pathway. So part of the thing the person was asking me, like, who would I recommend, like, friends, or who I know that could, link the person with to help them, grow, and who wouldn't be a total and complete distraction for their spiritual life. And I was like, I had to think a little too hard. I was like, either I'm too old, or then again, I really don't know everybody. I was not in
just going to too old.
Primary school, I was not in Harmons, I did not go to USC, so and this is from a Tobago perspective, so I was like, yeah.
Right. So if I didn't catch the too much pressure as was pipe, we're talking about, we want zoning and peer pressure, especially in terms of friendship. We're zoning on friendship. We want to look at friendship. And now, for the people that would think that peer pressure only applies to the younger generation, we have to dismiss that notion right now. Plenty of us as adults, plenty of us that are seniors, old people, do exhibit peer pressure on each other in some form or fashion, and plenty of us have been in a situation where we felt pressured by supposedly friends in some form. Now, we must have this conversation because we just brush over it and be like, well, let's choose better friends. that is it there?
Is it
that is your side conversation? That is it there. So we're looking at that because then, remember, especially if a young person or old person, anybody, comes into the church for the first time, and these are first conversation. As we always say, on this live, we are having first conversation. First conversation. So, who I should link up with? I line my partner and them. I should just cut line my partner them completely. That's our first conversation that I think that we must have. And that's why we're having this conversation here tonight.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, we zone in on the type of friends.
Alright.
Because you talk about something about associates and friends before we started. I'm like, this boy, Bronson, what is a friend to you?
What I would have heard over time is a friend, that person that stick it closer than a brother, or like a brother. Alright? And so, that friend, or that person you must consider a friend, at some point they must have bear in mind the same kind of ideals and goals that you yourself have.
Right.
So then, can two of us walk in the same line unless we agree? Right? There'll come a time where you might have some small falling outs with your friends, but on general basics, right?
Yeah.
You and your friends always have something in common, something you bond over.
Right, so that is a friend. What's associates then?
Your associate. For me, my associate is somebody I will be around, or I'm in the same space with individual, but I don't know the history, the background. I don't know much about that individual.
So you do have an intimate relationship with them?
Correct.
Right. Okay. Alright, Bronson. We take it Bronson definition of friends and associates. Now, when we begin here, we have a case study that we really want to go through. That we think it'll be real cool to really hit the points. Let me go into the thing.
Correct.
Now, people them thing. Right, look at here, sir. Put it up. Right, now, we know that when you have friends, define, let me go into a little bit of history. So, when you were let me talk high school, because friends are the adolescents will be in high school. So, when you're in high school, did you and yourself be like, yo, these type of friends I want to have?
It just kind of fall in line.
Right, like how your friends,
how you
like what were you and your friends bonded on in that point in time?
The mere fact that we was class 1B, And yeah, me and him fellas just hit it off straight. And there wasn't no real sense of, no real thought process behind it to say that, alright, he is this, he is that. I just hear, you know, you stand up and get the introduction and who song lively, who song cool and thing. And it just, from interaction with other bonds just formed between men like me, Steve, Spongy, Kyle. You know, that was the one, be cool. Bodram, son, you do some kind of things, but that was just...
Yeah, lines like that.
Yeah, that was what we call a cluster group.
Right.
So, going to that, how it is we just form cluster groups like that, how cluster groups was really formed.
Right, so then let me look at the people them definition. No, we're taking this off our information that we get from a boy. From the creative director. Right. So he was, when we studied, he was like, usually are characterized by pairs they choose to associate with. Schools are populated with groupings of friends who navigate the complexity of social interdependence with a loyalty similar to that of a family. Right. Now, that is the technical jargon of the cluster group. So that's basically why I asked about high school. Yeah. So you and your friends form a cluster group.
Correct. Basically.
Did you see your friends them like family?
I never saw my friends like family, but it almost kind of came to the point by the end of the 5 years.
Right.
It almost was like that.
Yeah, because you was godfather and thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got child there.
But
I'm still waiting on yours to come, so hurry up.
Right. I like to diss on myself at this point in time from Bronson Roberts and that statement. Yo, you trying to me? Why? Bronson is an associate from now on, eh? You get demoted. Anyway, I always used to wonder, because I hear plenty of girls speak already. I used to wonder if it was like, you see like how you were just like, well, it was cool, it was normal, or just partners, or it just kind of fall into place. I used to wonder if girls were like that also. But we don't have a girl here, so I can't take that. But let me talk off ahead on what I think it is. Now we realize girls form a different type of grouping to us in terms of how they interact.
And that is, I wouldn't just say girls, that is just females. How we observe
we talk about girls.
It's something that
realize
females, because if you look at certain churches, because of the dynamics of it, meaning that some of these women aren't homogeneous to the church, so then they are come into the church via their husbands. So they're not home and grown in the church. So their interactions there are different because they didn't grow up with these individuals. They're now coming to meet these individuals.
But whereas if it was a male, you know, just fit in.
Males just tend to fit in a lot easier than females.
No. Why are we going through all these things? We want to set up the picture for them. We want them to be able to see that there's a difference. We want them to be able to see where the interactions start and how the interactions start. Well, let's jump into the peer pressure thing now. When you're in high school, did you think that in first form? Because we're going through different stages. Because for me, my understanding is at different phases, you saw peer pressure, but people would term as peer pressure differently now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's start with first one. Did you feel pressure as a... Wait, we were talking about you, we were talking about me.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you feel pressure from your peers to do anything or be a type of way or act a certain type of way?
In first one, I don't... There's a time.
No, but so before you say anything, remember, Sister Erica is at home. Look at this video. Do not say anything to incriminate yourself. Go ahead.
But there's a time, they're going to incriminate the whole class, a matter of fact.
No! My fact is, I'm going to tell you one day. Here, go on, fix up.
The whole class decided on, I can't remember who was the leader on this, to duck.
Probably you or Spongy.
No. Wasn't us. I mean the whole class decided to duck Spanish. Now, you imagine a class. Now, this is not even a cluster group. Imagine a class wanting to duck a subject. You hear me?
Wait, who was Spanish teacher at that time?
Me calling on it. Irrelevant. Imagine a whole class wanting, and so daring to be different in that scenario. You know?
Wait. You duck class too?
Of course. That's a given.
Like, looking back. Wee.
I know.
Erica. Sorry.
I know.
Is
No,
he
and
saying-
that's why I'm giving these stories for young people to know that you could decide on your own.
Alright, in first form, did you think that was this? You should have been like, oh my gosh, I should make this decision on my own. And that dog Spanish, was it there? Think about it properly.
No, and that's the point young people now have to reach to.
Right.
To analyze a situation like that and be like, nah, actually be able to stand up on my own 2 feet and be like, if I really don't want to do this, or it could miss me that. Everybody else could go their way, and I'll just go in class and sit down.
But that realistic though, in first form though? You think that realistic in terms of how we work, like how we span out, how we playing football in class, kicking bottle, skating on chair. We used to skate and we mash up them government people and everything, you know.
So we?
Oh yeah, that's a 1D thing. Anyway, yeah, but do you think that was what you was thinking? You think that would work out for a child in first form to be like, okay, my whole class, Bronson, ducking Spanish, and I'm going to sewing class
By yourself.
by yourself. Who was this Spanish teacher in first form?
Don't forget.
In Spanish or English? No,
it
you
was
should
Spanish.
duck English.
No, it was Spanish, 1000%. No, the thing is that for a child to get to that point,
Right.
remember we touched nurture last time?
Right.
The nurturing of that child is what needs to be on point.
Yeah.
In terms of molding that child's mind to have their own identity
Yeah.
and who their own headstrong way of thinking and mentality going into different situations and scenarios that they might face, so that a scenario, when they face with a scenario like that, they're able to think on their own and have that kind of mature enough mindset almost to be like, even though my friends going down this way or the entire class going on this way, I could dare to stand up and be different.
Right. You know what I want to tell you? Tell them about the consequences of that action, because plenty people will be like, well, that class was bad, then our whole class looks Spanish. What's the consequence of action?
That would be like, real hype, and nah. The whole class end up, after about 15 minutes, the word went around like, if the class don't return, you get suspended. Boy, you see mental campus.
It's punks.
Men don't know. It's like, Miss Chutton was like, what? Men started to skip and go back to class and whatever. And I don't think that client, did you get lines, boy?
Why probably get lines? That was the one punishment in first form. Everybody
used to get
lines.
I can't remember if we got lines for sure, but yeah.
Lines.
We really end up going back to class.
Okay.
Right?
So God save you. Because if you don't go home, you're dead. So why you get suspended? I duck Spanish. What? But the whole class duck Spanish, mommy. Bro, I could see that conversation going across with Erica. That is not going to happen. Alright. Let me transition to a higher form. Let me transition into now third form. Now third form is where, well, second form is when you enter our class 2A.
Yeah. No, I came in 3A.
Right. So third form is 3A. That one the clips are form. Right? Now, in third form now, we have a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Roti, we have Mosquito, we have Alloy, AL47. We get the whole team. Right. At that point in time, how the peer pressure change from first form to third form for you?
Okay.
Because then, no offense, now you're in basically this supposedly A class. And you're supposed to have better friends, supposedly. Because, we already think. But by society standard, how did the peer pressure change for you?
I don't think it changed much, especially in terms of academic pursuits, whereby you was the quote-unquote A class at the time.
Yeah. No, we was the worst A class. Remember when we had that meeting? That we wasn't performing in a class. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there wasn't much at that total. Well, for me, I don't know for you, so you can explain from your point of view. But for me, I don't think there was a change in dynamics.
Water war. when Bronson sell me out. Yo, Bronson is snitch. Wait. Bronson. Snitch on the whole crew. Yo, I'll never forget that. I think you were right because it was still basically the same, but I think plenty of decisions, I think around third form time, all of us was kind of doing our own thing kind of way. Yeah, well, we used to realign, but it's not like, okay, we used to duck class how much? Did we duck class in third form? No.
Not really.
No, we didn't duck class in third form. I don't remember nobody ducking class in third form. We wasn't ducking class in third form, we wasn't doing certain things in
That was
third
the
form.
second form thing.
Yeah, we had duck TD in second form to play football. Right, so I kind of think the influence that people around here wasn't really on ducking class and doing them kind of things that we did long time. That kind of we now. But then the influences was more heavily towards
other things.
Girl.
Yeah, or whatever, other things.
It was just other things that, right. I think I dealt with it just by being me, to be honest with you. I was just, whatever. Everybody don't know Arnold will kill me if I do anything. So it was just like, nobody ever really, no, for me personally, I was just like, I don't know Arnold will kill me, so I can't do certain things.
Right.
That was just that.
So then your countermeasurement or your antidote for most of the peer pressure that you thought you would have faced would have been your mother.
Yeah.
And the judgment of how Anne would have dealt with your situation.
Would Anne deal with me? Yes, she would have. So I understand.
I remember. This was even on a higher form. I don't know why I did that, but I didn't like the subject. And so one day, I was like, you know what? Me even going in that class there, and next girl wasn't going to the class. So I started going downstairs with she and whoever. So we downstairs linemen, and I don't know how. Well, the Lord tell me to look outside on the balcony and look downstairs. And she saw me. And she called me upstairs. She said, I never forget that talking, You are paid teachers, Like, really respect teachers.
Yeah.
I remember that talking she gave me the boy. And she said two things. She expected better from me, she believed in me, and she knew I could have done the work. And she said if I ever do that again, she would send a letter home to my parents. And that parents thing was never going to happen. So I was like, yo,
that's not going to happen again.
That ain't going to happen again.
Not going to happen again.
And because of that teacher, I passed that subject that I really didn't like it.
Wow.
Like, you didn't know how much I jumped for joy when I passed that subject because I hated it for some reason.
POE?
No, it was POA.
Yeah. Well,
right? So, yeah.
Right, so we talk about, but I know a lot of things happen in high school in terms of negative influence on your peers. Now we talk in holistically quickly about the positive influences in terms of high school, in terms of what we go through.
Correct. There is, correct.
Because there are plenty for me.
There is positive peer pressure. Most time you hear peer pressure, you
be negative connotation. So we want,
And so you could be in a circle whereby you're influenced to strive for better grades. You're in a circle whereby the modus operandi is following the rules and guidelines of the class and of the school in general.
Yeah.
So then you're not a hooligan running left, right, and center. And I think, especially when we were prefects, the modus somewhat changed a little bit so that we now had responsibility.
Right.
And individuals now have to look to you. So you had to set that benchmark. And so then you had to call up, you had to sometimes prefect your own class. And prefect children that just one form below you in fourth formers and the like. So you have to be able to be a positive influence on people. And that wasn't just for the outsiders, but that was for your friends as well, within your group.
Because you want them to be able to see and respect you.
Correct.
Now, I get example in mind. I think when I had a lot of experience with Zoya, one that stopped to me was a time I was 9 It's after school, it's classes. We read the classes, after school classes like that. But me and Ruthie was supposed to have English class with John. I was downstairs lineman with a house in him. Yeah. And he passed, he was like, you ain't in class or? I was like, bro, we in the game right now. Who you talking about? Oh, she ain't feeling me right now, you know. We talking. Then he passed. He leave class and come down. He was like, Trim, it's more important to be up in class right now than to be down here. Roti tell me that. I kid you not.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He was like,
Yeah.
bro, what you doing? Let me pump. The man literally hold my hand and pull me like a little child, you know. And we walk up in class and I was sitting in class thinking, what's that? Like, made friends actually look out for you like this. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
And that was like I have another story, but no. But that was not a big thing for me. I was thinking, wow, that was really cool. But how much I would just actually sit with two friends and be like, bro, you're shipping this. You can't be on that. You can't do that.
Right.
Why do that?
And so having the courage and daring to be different, right? I think is the point we're trying to get across to the young people. And though it might not be easy, it is not your own strength to how to do it from. I think if you rely on yourself, you go kind of fall into a shell and back out and be like, nah. But the courage to stand up and stand tall, when you started young, when you get older into and you portray your beliefs.
Yeah, because we definitely come into that.
You'll be able to stand and say, well, why am I a Seventh-day Adventist? Why do I not believe what I believe? And you won't be pressured into doing things that are not of what you believe in.
Right.
And have your same peers come to the point where they respect you now for
who you are. Right. So now when we come to the big thing is always after high school. But especially, I think for me, I think that's the part where, okay, you get more freedom, especially like how we are down Trinidad, you have more freedom, you have more everything. And because they went through the whole stage of high school, you have an identity that is formed from your friends. Let me not kid ourselves, for sure. Your modus operandi was, for 5 years, you were influenced by people around you. So for 5 years, your identity somewhat close to all your friends. You have a little bit of all your friends around you. What do you think? Does it look like you're shaking it? You don't think so?
No, not that shake my head about that. It's just that how much influence you could be around people, right? And you don't have to give them that certain level of influence on you. It's not impossible. It's just who you decide to lean on the most. Right? If you're leaning on home more, so if your home is solid, if your support system is what it supposed to be, regardless of what happens in school, most of the times your home in that place of nurturing could negate the nuances and the things that are occurring in school, right? So I agree to an extent that some of what you might pick up will come from school. However, it could be negated by your home environment.
Right. Now, when we speak from this, let me speak from the non-Christian aspect. Let me talk about a youth man that don't really, that come from a home that not really all there. So, his family has been school for 5 years.
Right.
He partnered them for 5 years. For 5 years. After school, his identity is going to be basically centered around his partner and them, his friend and them.
So then what happened to him?
So then we talk about that now. Then we talk about how do you transition from that stage to that stage and still know that, okay, I around these people all my life, I now start to come to church. What do I do? Because remember that has been his family, you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking about him now, him first not being in church, now he's in church.
Right, because
and his whole thing was that his family was shaped by his friends, basically.
That his family. That his crew. That his family. What do you think, why you man supposed to do in that situation? Because remember in high school, for lack of a better part, is a real rigid system. It's a system where, okay, you might have followed most of rules. You might want to break them, but at the end of the day, you have falling in line with plenty of things. But after high school now, it's a more kind of free upness now. So it's kind of like you making your own decisions on your own now. And this is the time when we say the person found an identity and decide, okay, I want to be part of the Christian organization. I want to look towards doing better. What do I do then?
So that individual then, like same as the young person that was talking to me, you need to find somebody now who they can, within the church, that they can have that friendship with, that will guide them onward and upward. And so these are nodes for individuals within the church and also young people in the church, that you must have that friendly demeanor, right? For you to make friends, you have to show yourself friendly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you have to be open to it.
And I had to big up like the environment I had in Trinidad, whereby when I went south, like pick up like whole South crew, like I was kind of trying to stay to myself, but the way how they approach me, and men like Anderson, Paul, one day I was in Cookie and it was one of them East Indian holidays. It was like a walk curry. I had pillar at home. I was like pillar over curry. That's an easy one, like on a
every day.
Indian holiday. I do the curry.
Yeah.
So like and I went to my Juzan and them, and boom, me and that whole man, all of them is still friends for today. It's like a part of that whole clip in South, and it's like just based on.
So we have a part to play.
The reality of being friendly with people, so that in my interactions and when I went to do something fun, it was with these individuals. So it wasn't anything crazy like going on feta and them kind of thing. I had a group of friends who were of the same Christian background as me. So it was easier to just fall in line with them and do things that was right and that was normal to do. You know, in terms of just having fun, good Christian fun. And not doing anything totally out the way, and you know.
Yeah. So then that was your experience. My experience down Trinidad was different from yours, completely. It didn't have nobody, like zip now zilch, nobody. So I was on my own, and I was going to church, but I was going to church with my aunts and them. So I was kind of closed off in that sense, because it's like. I would tell I wasn't acting friendly. I wasn't like open towards friendship and thing. So when my friends now became my partner in school,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And my partner in school was out there. Was out there. And then I had some partners from over here that was down Trinidad too, and they was out there too. So you don't know, Trin was out there.
Right.
No, I didn't feel peer pressure that time, right? To me, it just seemed like.
Because those individuals you know and you're
it's a matter of feeling comfortable. So when people come and be like, it mustn't make people invigorate you, or it mustn't do what people I'm like, but I just feel comfortable like them. I feel comfortable just moving with them. It just not a matter of invigorating me. It's just a matter of hominess demeanor. It's like they're cool, they're normal. I never used to pay attention to how far going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Go and lime one time, I'm like, nah, I can't lime tonight, it's Friday night, I go to church tomorrow, whatever. They're like, alright, Saturday night we can lime. I'm like, yeah, Saturday night we can lime. That happened on Friday night. They're like, hey, you're liming tonight? I'm like, how are you going? Like, no, we're going nowhere, we're just going for food. Just chill. Yeah. No, not like, okay, we're going to chill and talk, Christian talk. It can't be worship and talk, but I think, it's just like food and whatever.
Yeah.
And you go on Friday night. I'm like, well, it's food. And that's how it started, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, them pressure you into it. Is just like you're home doing nothing. What do I do? What are you gonna tell me then?
Right. And that's the thing. As young people, when the identity isn't solid and grounded and rooted in Christ, it's easy to just like that same food thing. It's easy to just start going once and then again. And if you realize your friends don't have a respect for who you are and what you stand for.
Yeah.
So then, they have no regards for, alright, these are 7 days, me I go call them on a Friday night for any of them kind of thing. You understand?
Yeah.
If you do have friends that think like that, you need to reevaluate your then and then you need to reevaluate those kind of friendships.
Yeah. And don't kid yourself. Even though other things in your life may be going good, because you have a understanding of truth, the onus is on you. And it's going to bombard you more heavily than you think. Christ is going to come to you and be like, you know better.
Yeah.
You know better. You know better. So at some point in time, I was like, I know better. This can't happen. What I need to fix. And friends was the first thing that hit me square in my face. I was like, something wrong. The people I line with is not the people I should be lining with. This not making sense. And I kind of had a period where, okay, I went UE, and my friend, I went down for sixth form, and my friend them didn't go UE right with me now. So I kind of like drift apart from them. That kind of helped me. I think that was God helping me in that situation, and I kind of moved forward, and that was real good. It was real good.
Right. We continue to solicit your questions and comments as usual. Right. You have any thoughts so far? You could continue to share.
Yeah.
But daring to be that daring to be different and standing out from your peers.
It's a hard thing though.
We're not going to come up here and say it's easy, but we are saying that all things are made possible through Christ.
Yeah.
Right? And understanding, even back in the days with Daniel, or even not Daniel, the 3 Hebrew boys, whereby the pressure was on them
to make a choice.
To kneel. Because you had other people from Judah then in Babylon.
Yeah.
There were a lot of other individuals there in Babylon.
Yeah.
Beside those boys.
Yeah.
And at the song, when the music played, only 3 of them were left standing.
But we can clearly see from their story that from way before that, they had already shaped their identity in Christ. From way before that, when they had to decide on
the diet.
The diet.
Right.
They choose to have the diet that they knew was right. They was like, well, yeah, we're not eating that. Why are we beating up? But then you see, even though we has knocked the friendship, even though we're saying, because we talk about some good parts of it, even though we're knocking friendship for the influence and negative sometimes, that's a real positive. Daniel had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He ran in partners on them, standing on his side, so it wasn't difficult for him to stand.
So united we stand, divided we fall. It's just based on the head where your group might be going.
Sorry,
I got the questions because Trim left with me. Trim leave glasses. So the question is for Trim. When you were hanging out with your classmates, did you ever share your faith? Did your friends ever ask about your faith?
At different periods, yes, and at different periods, no. High school, no.
You know?
No. People know you're Adventist, and I think in our mind that was good enough. They don't know as Adventist. And it's not like, okay, we was going to school party and all them kind of thing. I probably never even went to a party, like birthday party out. Like, no.
Oh, yeah, I went somewhere else.
Yeah. I didn't even go because that would have been a scene. I already know it. So in high school, I wasn't really geared towards I should witness to these people. You know what I mean? I wasn't geared to that. In Trinidad, yes. In Trinidad, when I went down Trinidad, I did sixth form in Trinidad. I went to a school that was heavily populated by Hindus and Muslims. And I was like the only Christian. And then it hit you like, wait, the faith things are serious thing. I never know Muslims say anything so serious. Yo, when Ramadan hit, and then men fasting, you see I'm joking we just have on Saturday. I'm like,
you can't call it joke thing, it's just that.
No, sorry, no.
Some people are unable to sacrifice like that. But
no, what I mean in terms of the length of time there's hard to be fasting for, in terms of the rigidity of how they fast, and how we as fast probably fasting be once every quarter.
Once a month, some churches.
Once a month, some churches, once a quarter in Trinidad. I know some churches in Trinidad do once a quarter.
Right.
It's like, why you take this thing so serious? This thing not that serious. And I'm like, what? So there and then, when plenty questions was arise, like, why you believe in that? Why you like that? Why you do live on Saturday? So then that came forefront, and then I was like, well, because why you Adventist? I'm thinking, wait, why am I Adventist? Then you had to go back into who you were and why you need, and then you know. Good point. A time an atheist came to me. She was asking about God. No. And a science class with a holy them children in my class was super bright. Them talking about Big Bang and quarks and dark matter and yo. I still there thinking, but nobody gives you an answer though. Another Christian boy trying to, no, you shouldn't do that. I still there thinking, but why you behaving like that though? And then I was able to give her answer and she was like, no trim, serious? I was like, yeah. And I marry science and spirituality and God, and she was able to see, and I was like, yeah. I was like, don't be fooled. Everything that you learn is a theory. She was like, I never see it like that. And that was a good one opportunity. I must say that I was like, yeah, real proud that I was able to witness to somebody and be like, yo, these what I believe in, these what I don't believe in. And then over time, it get easier. But before that, no.
Yeah, I understand that. For me in UTT, I was in university in UTT. We had a day, and luckily I think my lecturer in that class was understanding. It was just me and my next friend. He's like, so you're Adventist, we can't really do the outside practical. You couldn't do that part this Saturday. We wanted you to do it, so it's like, alright. And he gave us a makeup thing to do. Sometimes it was during the week, and we was like, yeah, cool, bam, bam. And we was able to, every time we had he had thing, because he wasn't a Seventh-day Adventist, he was a Canadian or something like that. And so the weekend and Saturday was time when he used to do the other parts of the course. So we just used to organize, we straight up after that, and yeah.
University just this year. Because UE is Monday to Saturday. I was doing maths. I had for my 2-year, my last 95% of my classes every year had a Saturday class. Bronson, that course is 3/4 of the course was on Saturday, Bronson. I said like, how I gonna make up all this time? What I gonna do? But I think if I stay faithful from the get-go, out the gate, I was like, Fridays is not my thing. Other Adventist people was like, I'm Adventist too, but I still go. I'm like, she's like, Trim, it's 3/4, you know. You gonna miss integration by parts, you gonna miss all that. I'm like, I'll make it up. I went by my lecture, and to be honest with you, I used to get more leeway than everybody else. My lecturer used to be like, oh, these are questions I'm gonna bring for the exam. Don't tell nobody. I used to get real leeway.
And I think sometimes we make it hard for ourselves.
Yeah.
In terms of, you will have one person saying they're of this religion,
and then another person not doing it.
And one person will move this way, and the other person will move that way, instead of holding one ahead. So then you're presenting the picture to the bystanders like, okay, both of you are claiming same day.
But why this one not doing it? Why this one doing it?
I just be like,
but lucky for me, the Adventists that were doing it weren't saying they're Adventists. I don't know if it was a shame, but I used to be like, yeah, I'm not doing that because I'm Adventist. I put down myself for you, so I don't see a need to be like, well, God understand, like, no, I'm not going. I ran about life. That's easy for me. I got no problem. I used to hear real scary stories. You have to go class. If you go we have a 75% attendance. If you don't attend 75% of your class, you fail. If 3/4 of my class is on Saturdays and I don't attend class on Saturdays, they don't know it's a failure. And I never ever run into them problems. Ever. Or somebody asked me, oh.
I don't think we should allow, and from the moment we allow the pressures of life to dictate to us how we carry about our belief or how we execute our belief system, we're going to fail as general witnesses for Christ. And that is the thing, we are called to be a witness for Christ in this time to your friends, and even though you're the only person in your family that is a Seventh-day Adventist, you are called to be a witness to them as well.
Yeah.
So now the individual who is the only Seventh-day Adventist in the family or only Christian in the family, you now move a different way to your whole family.
Yeah, but
before.
But that now dynamic of pressure because that different.
That
different dynamic of pressure.
That different dynamic pressure from friends.
Which is why I wanted to go into now, because we can probably run out of time quickly. But let me go into that last part, into that. No university. You're adulting now. You're working. You probably still have. You want to transition from being outside to inside church. Same scenario. Family is basically a partner on them. You're adulting now. You know what I'm saying? You're paying bills and all them things now. You're looking to get married and all them things now. You want to become an Adventist. Your family is not Adventist, your family is not Adventist. Or you just want to be Adventist, but your family not for it. And your friends are wrong enough for it. How do you navigate that?
You stand on Christ and Christ's will. Look into the Bible there, and there are a number of experiences whereby when people stood up for God, God stood up for them.
Yeah.
So then, once you take that stand and say, Lord, I am honestly doing and walking in this path as you would have showed me, open up my eyes, allow me to see this is the way I should walk, and I should go and walk in it. If I believe in His word, and I know if I walk in it, He would guide the rest of my steps, so that even though friends come out and some same individuals who in church will come and say, but what are you trying to play? Right? Because some individuals that grew up in church but never really had that experience you might have coming from outside with Christ. And so they might watch you kind of way and be like, you have to keep your eyes fixed on the goal.
Yeah.
Young, old, indifferent. Fix your eyes on Christ and His love for you and His guidance. And He would show you where you should walk, and He will bring people into your life that will help you. So sometimes you might even have to go looking for them.
May God go place in a place.
God will place them strategically so that they will help you along your Christian life.
Now, let me not kid ourselves, Bronson. I don't think we're trying to. Let me be real here now, right? Real and true and tested. It's difficult to give up a sense of identity in terms that you think you're popular, you think you're cool, you think everybody know you're lying, whatever, that fun, jovial thing that you're considered to be fun and you're considered to be living outside, and enter church and realize that you have to give up all that for Christ. Now, and a lot of people might be going through this now, where you're real teeter and you're thinking, I really want to serve God, but that's gonna be hard. Bronson give us some real good things. I want to say we are friends again. It never failed me yet, and I talk to other people and I'm like, wait again. I never fail them either. Put your friends on normal everyday things, on things that should be important. Your future, your moral standards, weigh all them things against your friends, and bet you 95% of the time, you're going to realize they fall short. Even though I was just talking the things outside Christianity. Most of the time, your friends go fall short because it's like, they're not really, they're just in for the lime. Everybody just up for the lime. Yeah, you might have one or two good experiences, but everybody just up for the lime and you just realize, but it should be more than that. It's something more than this.
And before I leave, I must make this point that in the end, like what we said before, I don't know if we said it before, but I'll make it clear that in the end, those same friends are going to come to respect you so much. We does now sweat with them fellas. I can't remember make this point already, but we now sweat with some of the same school friends on them. And it come to the point on the sweat, I just wear my next watch. And them fellas will make sure that I keep time. Why? Because I wouldn't cheat them for time on the sweat. The men know what Bronson is, and men know what Bronson stand for. So even when I walk in course, I ain't going on, but the next side, them men calling me, hey, you start the time yet? You know, that kind of way. Because they know if it's one man who ain't gonna cheat, especially for something like a sweat.
Yeah, it's the Bronson. And because you make sure and develop your character into.
And so the men have that kind of respect.
One that must be respected. I agree. I think that is another thing too. Everybody needs to have goals for their life. You want to become a person who people could see and be like, yo, Trim is a man, when he say something, he just keep his word, he trustworthy and all that. And all those things are characteristics rooted in Christ.
Correct.
As much as you might find a good man outside of Christ, you might in society by society standards,
Right.
the 99.99999% of the time, that person has a connection with Christ. If he has some form of connection with Christ, and we have to understand that goodness comes from Christ and not within ourselves. As much as we, as you Christians, might think that we are good, the goodness is not from us.
Or goodness are like
Christ.
what? Filthy rags.
Filthy, dirty clothes.
Right?
Dirty
And
clothes.
And it's only only until that point we are clothed in Christ's righteousness, because we of ourselves can't be counted righteous.
Yeah.
It's not. And like the rich young ruler, we could tick all the boxes, but unless
I just do this.
unless
Spend my
you
time.
die,
I just do that.
yeah,
I just do this.
but
I
unless
just do that.
you'll be able to really die to self and give your all to Christ. When Christ told him, "Sell all you have now," and he went away sorrowful, he wasn't able to let go of self and his accomplishments. And so
Yeah.
I think that is a good way for us to. Any more questions? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're not too sure. Anybody want to jump in with another question you want to ask? Okay. Because or you can't tell me or you're not facing problems in terms of deciding what is this best decision I should make with my friends. It has some hard things that it's hard to talk to your friends about, you know.
Yeah, and being courageous enough to ask your friends those real questions, because it's not something you might want to do, but eventually you have to be able to ask your friends some real questions, and if it's not falling in line with what you have or what you, like we say, what you vision for yourself when you wait out, then you probably have to let those friends go.
What's that real talk? Real talk? Bad. Real talk, bad manners. Anyway, nobody has no questions? Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing, Bronson. Do you have any questions?
Nice. Very good.
I guess we hit all the points.
So I think everything was well received tonight.
I guess so.
Very good.
But since nobody had no questions and we had like 5 minutes to be exact.
5 minutes? Yeah. Well, 5 minutes. Just go for like.
Let me talk about within our own church now. We don't know where that reaches far, but let me talk about within our own church now.
Yeah.
In terms of peer pressure. Is there negative peer pressure within church?
I think sometimes we so grew up knowing that everybody grew up in church and we have this standard.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we fail to hold our own selves to the same standard that we know that we haven't. So then the discussion sometimes just go a kind of way, and you would hear somebody talking something, but you wouldn't really think to correct it one time, because you're thinking, well, they probably know better anyways.
Right.
We grew up in the same environment. So
That should be the first question. You know what should be the first question?
What's that?
Is your church family, friends, or associates? Is your church family, friends, or associates? Should we categorize our church family as friends and associates?
No. We are supposed to be brothers and sisters in Christ.
So friends.
So then, yes.
Intimate relationships.
So that even if one is falling, you could be able to help that person to stand again.
So
like iron takes an iron sharpness.
Yeah. You can't cut diamond without diamond, you know.
And those who are strong go to those who are weak and help them. And I think if you work in that kind of community setting, in that real framework, the amount that we have slipping through the cracks. Because right now the cracks big.
Real big. Because it's not really church no more. We're not really there. And why we want to talk about this one is because we realize that we have an exodus of young people from church. And most of the times, nobody will want to admit it, but it's a peer pressure. And it's not peer pressure from our own age group. It's a peer pressure from age groups that's higher and lower. Sometimes lower, but most majority of the time it's higher. Because if you consider people in church to be friends, you wouldn't like to know that you do something in church and somebody come and tell you, hey, I hear about so and 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 all that kind of behavior. And we're thinking, why? Why do that? Why go through all that? Why put that person through all that? So that's why we be talking about it. We have to find the root and cause of why we live in church. Because but people be like, it's a friend they keep, but it's like, but you're supposed to be their friend.
That's the thing.
That would be like, but you're supposed to be their friend though.
So I asked somebody one time, he's like, I just know not church thing no more. And for whatever reason, I just didn't pursue the question further. It was like, he just none that no more. And I was like, I was thinking to myself one day, like, what could be the cause of him just not being on? And what is it that? And so I think that was important when the first episode we did when he came home was what is church? And what is church to young people? Because I think young people saw the idea and views of church would have changed for some reason. And so you being a friend to that individual, you need to bring them back to that sense of community, and they need to feel like they belong. Right? They need to feel that sense of belonging.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think friendship is important in church because not all people, like I say, birds of feather flock together. I think we are allowing the flocking to happen outside church. And we just come into church and say, hey, we're seeing, you're good.
And then during the week we disappear from one another.
And then just like we're not flocking together.
We're not being able to socialize.
We're not coming together
with Christian people, having that kind of.
We're not being friends.
We tend to do things more with our outside friends than with our church family. Alright. So we have one more question here. It says, my only thing is when you as a young SDA try to aid your SDA friends spiritually and they don't want to hear you, you're playing holy. Are you to change your friends? Right, I understand where you're coming from. The same like okay, when you try to call them out on something that they're wrong, they will turn back and tell you, were you trying to play you most holy? Yo? I hear that most holy comment so much times, I was like, what that's supposed to mean?
Nah,
remember we went by a house in and she said she can't beat a particular individual because he's too holy?
Yes! SDA?
And this individual is associated with strongly with SDA.
Yeah, the creative director was talking to somebody that was like, they'll never marry a pastor. I was like, what? This is like, why? Pastors have to be too holy. I'm like, what? What is
These things just really confuse me. But understand that
I feel you had touched that too. Why?
It's probably not at that level of spirituality.
You see,
continuing to pray with your friends, even though they kind of show you off like that, don't stop being you. Don't stop trying to be that positive influence in that friend's life because you might be the only person that really and truly is the positive influence.
With my SDA friends, I realize being real is the most important thing. You see, but having conversations.
Right, continue.
Having conversations like where you do and where you've been is like they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be like, but bro, we grew up in church. That's the first thing I say to them. After I tell them whatever I tell them, I'll be like, but bro, we grew up in church. Yeah. So I know better. I was thinking, but why do that trim? And then they go be like, yeah, I get right plenty times. They're talking, but then I'm like, yeah, I do that and whatever. But I know better.
Make sense.
And then they'll be like, I'm like, but yeah, we grew up in church and we know better, you know. We see how it is, and they're like, yeah. And then for 2 weeks, they're gonna be real spiritual like me. So I never really have a problem with people be like, we're trying to play because I know who I am. Mm-hmm. I know my shortcomings. And if me and you good, I consider you. I'm not afraid to tell you, yeah, yo, I do this, but we have to do better than
that. So this might
Bronson.
Yeah.
I cannot read it.
Right. So this may or may not be the last one. How do you witness to your friends if you are genuinely an introverted and shy person? Now you have a friend.
Yeah.
So whether you're introverted and a shy person.
They're your partner.
is still your friend.
Like a party wild.
Right? Your goals, your goals, your morals and your values doesn't change because you're introverted or shy.
Yeah.
Right? So, in simple things, and it's not like, and people tend to think witnessing is an open Bible all the time.
It's just like being you genuinely.
Being you in Christ.
Yeah, right? Genuinely.
So when the person asks about certain things, you give them answers according to how Christ would direct you, how Christ would want the situation to be handled. And you do have to be, that's just it.
Don't beat up. Lifestyle is still the biggest witness, you know.
Correct. Lifestyle.
And when people see growth in you, bigger witness. If people can see, well, you used to lie man party, but
where
now
you came from, boy,
you're not really on that. Wait, trip not really on that no more. And you'll be like, yeah, boy, I'm not really on that, boy. God, that have big witness right there. You don't even have to say nothing more than that.
When people really actually see that change in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much of times here's my thing. Too much of times we trying to change people. And not understand that's the Holy Ghost job. We just have to focus on ourselves. Let me say that.
Right.
Let me say just focus.
But clarified.
Because there's no way I clarify. You have to focus on becoming a better you. When you become a better you, the Holy Ghost will work in you and work outside of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't take much for you to be a witness. And after you witness, you plant the seed. But you aren't the farmer.
Correct. You allow the Holy Spirit to come in, do His work, and He just take you for hard labor, just help you plant a little seed. He was like, all right, go on now, and He will do the rest. Too much times we think that we have to do the most. We ain't have to do the most at all. One comment from somebody I my good friend in Trinidad. She says persons have to be honest with themselves. Some persons are one way in church and another way outside church. That makes it hard to witness.
Yeah, consistency is key, you know.
Yeah, boy.
But let's be honest, all of us will fall short. Like Bronson was driving up the road tonight, and Bronson had road rage. Now the person give a stupid driver, I just want to like, Christian Bronson. I really laughed to myself. No.
But I didn't cuss though.
No.
I was vexed.
Hey, road rage is road rage. Does a Christian supposed to have road rage, Bronson? No. Anyway. Right. So that happened. Yeah. But remaining consistent is part of life, and it's the hard part of being Christian. Obviously, you're going to fall. I think it's just a matter of accepting your fall, accepting that you are human, and accepting that because you are human, you rely on a stronger source to keep you up. Just having that thought alone in your mind works wonders. What it does is admit your faults. Sometimes you might do something to somebody. If the Holy Ghost in you, you admit your fault to the person, like, I do it, I shouldn't do it. And in that moment, I didn't act how Christ would want me to act.
True.
Just a simple thing works miracles and wonders. So that is it. Admitting your faults when you're wrong. When Christ tells you, okay, you should admit that you are wrong in the situation, goes a big way in determining how you keep straight. That's my thing. And obviously, people can see in some situation and be like, wait, what are you doing there? Be like, okay. But remain true to the people around you is important.
Yeah. So the one way in and one way out situation at some point in time must and has to change.
Alright, so let me read this one because I read nothing. It's not good to call people out. To me, that is not the right way to start teaching anyone about God. Start by teaching them of God love. After that, everything will fall into place where it's Sabbath keeping, drinking, etc.
I think it's how you do it though. Because if you have a good relationship, a real good relationship.
We're going to take one more question in a bit. Yeah, Bronson, go ahead.
I think it's how you do the calling, the quote-unquote calling out. Because if me and you were good, if you're my friend,
I call you out.
I could come to you and say, you know, and based on what me and you know, based on we're supposed to be moving that way.
I think this is the problem. everybody sees themselves as the police to everybody else. But I'm going to remain and stay adamant on this. I am only going to correct people I have relationship with. The minute I step outside that is the minute I step too far. And that should be everybody thinking. Not because you see sister come to church with something or you see brother come and do something. If you don't have a relationship with that person, what you do there? What you going to tell them for? Why? Why? That is not going to make any sense. Anyway.
Waiting for one more question.
Let me get you one more question and then we go pump.
Yeah. We pray and dismiss in Jesus' name. Good.
Technicians, run the question thing.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I think we don't have the question now. So, yeah, I think tonight would have been
very fruitful.
Yeah. Church tomorrow, as usual, right here, starts at 9:15. You know, we have a real interesting topic coming up, by the way. What we young boy some talk about?
Post-COVID Christian. Yeah. Hey, in the middle of COVID, we talk about what will happen after COVID. Yeah. Is Christianity going to be the same, Bronson? Can it be the same? In Tobago, after we go through this whole period, can it be the same? Post-COVID Christian next week. Boys, I'm here next week. Hopefully. Big things. Right. Don't forget ASI program whole day tomorrow. Puppet show for sure. Yeah. Tomorrow, you must watch the puppet show tomorrow for sure. And AY gonna be lit.
Yeah, Boysome
is on AY. So look out for the AY. The creative director will be on AY. Big him up, salute him. We just want to thank you all for being here. Alright.
So, as customary, especially for this topic, I'm gonna pray for all young people in terms of friends. The song says, I need the prayers of those I love while walking on life's rugged way, that I may true and faithful be. Can't remember the rest of it, but sing, so I want my friends to pray for me, to bear my tempted soul above, and intercede with God for me. I need the prayers of those I love.
Yeah.
So with that,
we shall pray.
We will pray.
People who need more prayer in this period of time, because you're not only struggling with your friends around you, family around you, kind of discouraging you from being a Christian or making that step into true Christianity, and you're going through a lot of peer pressure and you don't understand why. We aren't experts, but there are experts that you can call, and the biggest expert of them all is Christ. So let us give you a hotline number to the prayer number of Christ, the mission. And that is 774-7729. 774-7729. Let's call after prayer, tell them we're going through, especially in this COVID period of time. So, Elder Bronson, run the prayer.
Father, we give you praise and thanks for this awesome privilege tonight, whereby you could talk to your people and bring your truth and your word tonight. Father, we know young people are struggling, whereby the time in their life whereby they are choosing their friends and their associates, oh Lord. Even elder individuals who don't know, they're looking for individuals to trust and they are unsure of where to turn to. Father, you said in your word that you are that friend that sticks closer than a brother. Help our young people tonight, oh God, to break the shackles that hold them of these friends. Lord.
Amen.
Help them to rise above the influences that are trying to pressure them and keep them down, oh God. Help them to know that they can rise above it, oh Lord. We are claiming victory tonight on behalf of our young people. Bring them out from the world, oh God, and draw them back closer to you. God, our heart is crying out for young people. They don't know where to turn to. And tonight, oh God, in the name of Jesus, we are asking that you free them. Free them, oh God. Pour out your Holy Spirit and your blood upon them, oh God. They are trying. It is hard. We're not saying that it's easy, oh God, but we know that soon and very soon your coming is sure. And we want our young people to return to your arms of safety and of grace, oh God. So beat back the powers of darkness, break down every stronghold set up by the enemy to hold your young people, oh God. We are crying out for them. Break the chains that hold them, oh God. They don't know where to go. Father, free them. Free them. Father, they're having a hard time. Father, free them. They don't know where to turn, oh God. We are crying out for them. Father, put your arms around them. Cover them under your blood. You are still the great God, oh God. Father, when trouble, when the enemy comes in like a flood, you say you will raise up a standard against them. Father, when that time when the enemy shall come, hard Michael shall stand up. And he will be able to free and save his people. So God, we are praying on behalf of the young ones, that they can be able to turn to you before it is too late. Help them to open up their hearts and minds and be receptive to the counsel that is around them. Help them to choose the individuals wisely, so that in the end they will be well with their souls. Help them, Father, that even in all things that they will be doing tonight, or wheresoever they may be, that they may become to know you. Father, you never leave them nor forsake them. You are still their creator and their God, and you wouldn't. So, Father, you promise to chase after them, but they must make that choice to turn to you. So, Father, tonight help them to make that choice. Put things in their way. They're now home, and sometimes you have to put us on our back to lift us up. And so, Father, help them to have that experience with you tonight, oh God, so that they can truly be saved before it is too late. Help them to return to the arms of safety, oh Lord. Let this be our humble prayer. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Amen. And amen.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brothers and sisters, laters. Blessed week, Bronson.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.